a dish that I haven't had in probably 75 years, because I was just a teenager probably the last time that I had this dish, and it was very popular during the Depression, and it was also a New Year's dish. It's called Hoppin John. Nothing to do with Poppin' Johnny, which is a tractor, but Hoppin John. Don't know how it got that strange name, but that's what it's called. And it's made mostly of leftovers from Christmas dinner, if you have those. But the basis of it is rice and black-eyed peas, which have always been considered good luck, and leftover meat of some kind, turkey, ham, whatever. I'm using ham. So I'm going to make a pot of that for this afternoon. It's a one-dish meal, and it's really good, and why it's not served more often, I don't know. So let's get busy and make a pot of Hoppin John. Well, one of the ingredients for Hoppin John is black-eyed peas. I had a can of them in the pantry, and I also had this package of frozen ones here, so I decided to use the frozen ones, which they required cooking. So to cook them, all you do is just put enough water to cover them, a couple bay leaves, and the bottom of an onion, the one with the beard on it that you normally cut off and throw away. Toss that in there, and that'll give them some flavoring as they cook. Now, all they have to do is just come to a boil, turn them down, and then let them simmer for about 30 minutes, and they'll be done. Okay, it's boiling, so put the lid on, turn the burner down to the lowest setting, and just let it sit there and cook for about 30 minutes, and they'll be done. Well, it starts out with a pretty good amount of oil. I use olive oil here. A lot of people fry bacon to get bacon grease. They use lard. Some even use butter. But you start out by cooking some onions and celery. Also, some people use green pepper instead of the celery. It makes no difference. It works fine with either one. And we'll put these on to start cooking. And this is the ham I'm going to use. It's smoked ham left over from Christmas, and I'll use it later. You want to cook the onions and celery until they start getting soft. You don't want to brown them though. And it looks like they're getting to that point now. So I'm going to put in a half cup of rice, any kind of rice that you want. That's enough for 2 people. And you want to stir that into the oil. And at this point, need some garlic. Pretty good amount of garlic in there. And some paprika. And stir that in. And you want to cook the paprika some in here. And at this point you need some salt. That's for the rice. That should be enough there. And for a half cup of rice, you need a cup of liquid, and I'm going to use chicken stock. If you have some left over, that's okay. I'm using it out of the box. And the ratio of liquid to rice is twice as much liquid as you have rice. So I'm going to put a complete cup of liquid into there. And give it a good stir. Now I want to let that come back to a boil. Well, it's boiling really good now. So now I'm going to pour in the chopped ham on top of the rice. Don't want to stir it or anything like that, just dump it in there and put a lid on it and forget it for about 30 minutes. That's how long it's going to take for the rice to cook. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, turn the burner down to about the lowest setting it has. You don't want it to boil, but you do want it to keep hot. Okay, it's been about 10 minutes since I put the lid on. It's still simmering there, and I want to spread the black-eyed peas on top of it so they will warm, and it'll be warm all the way through when the rice is done. And put the lid back on. Well, it's been sitting there long enough for the rice to have cooked all the way through. I'll check it here. Got a little liquid in it like it's supposed to. I'll check the rice. Yep, it's ready. It's going to the table now. Get out a big serving spoon here. That sure looks and smells good. Well, Frida was hungry earlier, and we had a Monte Cristo sandwich here, and so she had her half of it. And I'm going to have this Cowboy Hoppin John. Get some onion garnish on there. Well, there it is on the table, and I'm going to check this sucker out. It sure looks and smells good. Take a taste of this and see what it is. Just as I remember it. Frida, you're welcome. That old sandwich if you want to. I think you're missing something great here. She's chewing on her sandwich over there and doesn't want to talk. But anyway, God bless America. God bless Texas. And what other state would you find a picture like this from it? Bye.